guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paige and this is my open book. This is a great day because we're finally doing a book haul. It's been a while. I wouldn't say I've been perfect at the book buying ban, but I have been more selective, I will say. So this was the first time I went to Barnes & Noble where I just kind of like went all out and I didn't like make myself put books back like I usually do. I just wanted to treat myself because why not, right? Like, life is already hard enough, so we shouldn't let books make it better. You know what I mean? So grab a drink and grab a snack and let's get into the books I recently got at Barnes & Noble. Okay, let's start with the reason why I wanted to go to Barnes & Noble. So if you haven't seen my October wrap up, I read Belladonna and I loved it. And the way that book ends, it doesn't have a cliffhanger per se, but a new character gets introduced right at the end. And you are definitely intrigued to keep going. And I didn't want to wait. So I wanted to get Foxglove, and I specifically got the one that has it's the paperback with the sprayed edges. That way it matches my copy of Belladonna. So unfortunately that means I could not get Wisteria, which is book 3 yet, because they only have it in hardcover right now, and I want them to match. So I got Foxglove for now, and I just love these covers. So it's important to me that they match. So I'm gonna have to hold off on reading book 3. Hopefully this one does not have a cliffhanger and I'm not like setting myself up. We'll see. But if you don't know, I don't want to say too much about this book because it'll give away book 1, but it's like a gothic romance. And the main character in book 1, her name is Signa, and it's about her relationship with death. Well, in this one, you get a new character introduced, and I'm really excited to get his story. The other main reason why I wanted to go to Barnes & Noble was because I wanted to go ahead and stock up on some Christmassy reads so that when the winter season comes and I'm ready to get in the holiday spirit, I already have some books picked out. So this was the main one I was excited about. This is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. She is my favorite sapphic author. I love Delilah Green Doesn't Care and Iris Parker Doesn't Fail. I haven't read Iris Kelly Doesn't Date yet. I should probably read that before I read this, but I probably won't. But this is a new release from her that is Christmas, and I'm especially excited about this one because this is Second Chance. They used to be engaged. It says, it's been 5 years since Charlotte Donovan was ditched at the altar by her ex-fiance. And now they have to spend Christmas together? I'm sorry, this tension I already know is going to be amazing, and this is probably like my most anticipated Christmas book this year, so I was very happy to find it. Another Christmas book that I've kind of seen around, but then once I saw it in store and I read the back, this might be a close second for anticipated Christmas book now. The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Raish. Never heard of this author. I think this is going to be part of a series because on the front it does say a royals and romance novel, but this is two princes, so it's an MM romance, and it's kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas in the sense of you have the Prince of Halloween and then you have the Prince of Christmas, and they're both actually fighting to marry the same girl, so they're like competing against each other, but then they meet in real life and they realize that they have had a little bit of a hookup in the past. So there's some history there, but they're also like competing for the same marriage to this girl. She's the Easter princess actually, so it's supposed to be like a marriage of convenience situation that they're both trying to get just because it'll help their families in different ways. And yeah, I don't know, it says, get ready for this sexy, quirky rom-com where the golden-hearted Prince of Christmas falls for the totally off-limits Prince of Halloween. Like, tell me this is not going to be amazing. Like, I couldn't resist. This just sounds way too good. Oh, and the other little thing that I realized while reading the back, and the reason why I think this is going to be a good series, is the Prince of Christmas, he has a brother. His brother also has a crush on the girl that these two are competing to get married to. So I feel like book 2 is probably going to be about his brother and the Easter princess. I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I also picked up a couple of Christmas books by Cody Hall. So this one I wanted to read last year and I didn't get to, so I definitely wanted to see if they had it, and my Barnes & Noble did have it. It was actually buy one get one half off, so that was nice. And this one is a case of like secret identity because this female main character is on a dating app talking to this guy, and in real life she's trying to like save her family Christmas tree farm, and this guy is the, I think, like foreman or something. Yeah, the farm's new foreman. And so they have like tension in real life, but she doesn't know that he's also the guy she's talking to on the dating app. He's a single dad, he's a grump, and yeah, I've heard good things about this one. And in the same section, because it's by the same author, there was also this book, which I think is in the same town of Mistletoe, Idaho. This is called Mistletoe Mischief by Cody Hall. This is another case of mistaken identity, but this one's a little bit different in that the male main character, he's like a tour guide for this area, this like touristy area of Mistletoe, Idaho. And he's trying to like get them more traction. So he invites this podcast host to come like do like a show, I guess, on the area. It's his favorite podcaster. What he doesn't know is the face of the podcast is not actually the voice behind the podcast. So I believe this is going to be the romance between him and the voice of the podcast, but he doesn't think that it's her. He thinks it's somebody else. I don't know. Could be interesting. And I kind of like that these are both by the same author, same kind of like Christmassy small town vibes, but with like different instances of secret, mistaken, hidden identity. I feel like it'll be interesting. So I was excited about those. And then this will probably not come as a surprise if you've been watching BookTube at all lately, but I couldn't resist. I had to get the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and the Christmas Tree Farm. I got all three. I sure did. Like, first of all, these covers are just gorgeous and I just love them. Like, once I saw them all together, I couldn't say no. I really couldn't. The first one's more of like a cozy romance about a girl who owns a coffee shop. The male main character is the farmer in the town, and this is much very like typical grumpy sunshine, city girl, country boy, like that kind of dynamic. I've heard the second book, Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, is even better. I've heard this one's even better. In this one, the female main character owns the bookstore, and the male main character is a fisherman. And this one I think focuses more on some kind of like mystery suspenseful element, and I've heard this one's also a little bit spicier. So that'll be fun. And then I haven't heard anyone talk about the Christmas Tree Farm, but I mean, I was going there to buy Christmas books, so like obviously I was gonna pick this up. This one is the female main character who hates Christmas, but she's still tasked with buying this Christmas tree farm for some reason. And then the male main character is on vacation in Dream Harbor. So I don't know, I guess it's like them spending Christmas together. I don't know. We'll see. These covers are just so adorable, and I'm here for the cozy vibes. I just feel like with everything that's been going on, we all could use some cozy vibes. Yeah. Okay, the rest of these are not Christmassy in any way, but I just wanted to pick them up. This one has actually been on my radar for a long time. This is Collide by Bal Cabra. I know because winter is coming up, I'm gonna want some hockey romances, and this one is not on Kindle Unlimited, which I feel like most of them usually are. So I figured I would get the physical copy. I've been seeing this one raved about on Bookstagram, and it's a typical like college hockey setup where he's the captain of the team and she has to like tutor him for something, I don't know. But it says, once their worlds collide, their connection is hot enough to melt an ice rink. So why not? Sometimes you just need a good old classic hockey romance in the wintertime. So I wanted to be prepared. Now, these are ones that have not been on my radar at all. I was totally sucked in by the way my Barnes & Noble was like pitching them. These were like in the middle aisle of Barnes & Noble where they have like the signs and they like put them on display, and they really like, it's just hard to say no. This one is a fantasy, and I think this is a debut fantasy from this author, but it's been getting a lot of hype. And basically the female main character gets to go into her like favorite fantasy book world, and she thinks she's going to be the heroine, but she's actually going to be the villainess. So it says, time to assemble a rogues gallery of villains and hatch an evil plot. So I feel like this is going to give me the female rage that I've been craving, so why not? Then we have Dating and Dismemberment. This is a monster rom-com. If you've been watching my recent videos, I have been dabbling in monster romance here or there. Our book club pick for October was a monster romance. I read a demon romance last month too. So I was like, you know what, let's just keep the ball rolling. I also just love the cover art on this. And it's supposed to be like a rom-com monster romance. So it says it's full of camp humor and camp murder. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't even read the summary. I really just went off of the fact that it's a rom-com and the cover just sucked me in. So maybe I'll just go in blind. Then this one is a thriller. This is This Girl's a Killer. This is also on the female rage trend. If you ask Cordelia Black why she did it, the answer will always be, he had it coming. She loves exactly 3 things: her chosen family, her hairdresser, and killing bad men. So this is about a female serial killer who, I guess, gets in a situation where she realizes she might have to kill someone that's like connected to her best friend or something like that. So yeah, this girl's a killer, and this is for when you want to channel not just like supporting women's rights, but also supporting women's wrongs. And sometimes you just need to do that. And last one I thought could be fun. This is supposed to be a mix of Princess Bride and Legends and Latte. So this is supposed to give like cozy fantasy, but I believe this is also sapphic, and it's a second chance romance. This is called This Will Be Fun by E.B. Asher. And it's a cozy, romantic, highly entertaining, former friends, former flames, a mayhem-spiked quest. What could go wrong? So I guess these two have history together where they went on a quest before and they were really successful with it, so now they have to like do it again. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. It's a reunion for the ages with Claire secretly not over. Oh, this has, oh, there are like 4 characters on the front. I thought it was only about 2 people. Hold on. It says, everyone in Mytheria knows the story of how best friends Beatrice and Elowyn, handsome ex-bandit Claire, and valiant leader Galwell the Great defended the realm from darkness. It's a tale beloved by all except the heroes. They haven't spoken in a decade, devastated by what their quest cost them. Ooh, this just got even more interesting. I didn't even notice there were 4 people on the cover. Okay, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Dusting off old weapons and old instincts, Beatrice, Claire, and Elowyn will face undead nemesis, crystal caves, enchanted swords, coffee shops, games of magical truth or dare, and hardest of all, their past, rife with wounds never healed and romances never forgotten. This time around, will their story end in happily ever after? This will be fun. I'm excited. Oh, also honorable mention, I did pre-order Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage, and it also arrived in the mail, so we'll include it because it's part of my Barnes & Noble haul. This one is an enemies to lovers or like hate to love situation, and we have been teased about this couple since book 1. This is the brother of the female main character in book 1 and the best friend of the female main character in book 1, and he's also a single dad. I was excited to pre-order this Barnes & Noble exclusive edition because in the back it not only has artwork, look at that, but it also has an exclusive playlist with like annotations about each song from the author's point of view, which I love. So it basically gives each song with like a little explanation of why she picked that song and like what kind of vibes it's supposed to give and how it kind of ties into the story. And the music looks really good. So it definitely gives like country but also southern rock vibes, which I'm totally here for. And yeah, this was a very nice surprise. It's funny, even when I pre-order books and like I know they're coming, when they arrive it's still like getting a surprise gift every time, and we just can't resist that serotonin boost. Am I right? Also, here are a couple books that I got from Target the last time I went the other day. I got Tide by Carrie and Cole. This is, I have Torn somewhere. Yeah, Torn. And this is another like age gap romance. Ah, that's right. Okay, the female character was abducted when she was 5 years old, and she was held captive for 11 years. And I think this is the romance between like her and the guy who rescues her. So I'm really excited about that. I can't believe how short this one is, because if you don't know, let me see if I can reach it from here. Torn is, it was super long, but I really did love this book a lot. So now I'm excited to have the complete set. I think this is on Kindle Unlimited, or it's like free on Audible or something like that, so I didn't technically have to buy the physical book, but like these covers are really pretty, so it's fine. And then the other book I picked up at Target is this new special edition of Katie Roberts' Wicked Villains series that are going to be coming out. So this is the first book, called Desperate Measures. I need to take these stupid stickers off. Why do they do that? But it's got the sprayed edges. It also has exclusive content. It has author annotations, additional scenes, and a spicy kink inventory. And it has art on the inside too. So let me show you. Oh, stop it! Is that not the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? I've read these books such a long time ago, and I have reread them as well. It also has her little signature printed on it, which I think is really cute. But if you don't know about this series, it's basically kind of inspired by like Disney villains. So this one is about Jafar and Jasmine, and like the next book is about like Hades and Meg. But here's what the chapter pages look like. Super pretty. And then, like I said, it does have the bonus content in the back too. So it has like a kink questionnaire that each character filled out in the book. Which I just think is just a fun, it's like a very Katie Robert thing to do. I love how she doesn't have any shame around kink. So I think that was a nice touch for sure. And I know it also has some bonus chapters in it. So I'm excited. Here's another illustration. Stop it! It's so pretty. I think these are still on Kindle Unlimited, so you don't technically have to buy this, but I am a Katie Roberts stan, so when I saw that she was coming out with these, I knew I was going to be adding them to my collection. So I think this is the only one out right now, and I'm happy to start collecting these. So that's going to be it for this book haul. I think we are all caught up with books that I've bought recently. Give this video a like and leave a comment down below telling me the last book that you bought, or if you think there are any books I need to add to my wish list for next time. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my wrap-up videos when I read these books coming up. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.